Alright guys, today we're going to talk about Klima staking, how to stake Klima DAO, and is it worth it? Now if you haven't checked out my last video that I did on Klima, be sure to check that out because it goes through everything about the project, everything that you need to know so you can get caught up to speed. But in today's video, we're going to talk more about some facts and some other things that I found on the internet that you might want to be interested in. In addition to that, we also talk about staking and how to stake. It's actually really easy to stake, though I'm not sure why people are asking me, how do I stake Klima? Because it's really pretty simple. But for those who are not technologically savvy, I get it. Other than that, if you want to just use the timestamps below to get to the topics you're interested in, then please do that because we're going to first talk about really the news and why I think there is a potential for Klima, which a lot of people have also been asking me about. Is there potential in Klima? I mean, the coin has been released since October 2021. Right now, I'm filming this in December, so it's literally been like 2 months. And I find it weird that people are expecting this to go to like 10,000 or something. So I just want to explain where Klima is going based on the macroeconomics that I see. So if you haven't already done so, if you're a new viewer or you're a returning viewer and you have not subscribed yet, then please be sure to smash the like button and smash the subscribe button. Other than that, let's get into this video. Alright, so first thing I want to talk about is climate change and natural disasters are real. Because some people have asked me whether Klima is worth it. And my answer to that is you really have to do your research and decide for yourself. Nobody can tell you how to invest other than you gotta go and make the decisions yourself. Like, I don't know what is wrong with this generation, but it seems like everybody is completely fine with taking the advice of some YouTuber without doing the research, doing the work for themselves, which is crazy. Let me just remind you that every single one of us have different risk tolerances. Like, I'm okay with risking $5,000, but for someone with 3 kids working minimum wage, that's crazy to them. So I bought in at Klima at $500, and since then, I think it has fallen to $350 or something. Am I pissed off? No, not really, because here's the thing. You can never really catch the bottom of the dip, but you can certainly dollar cost average into it. And I'm gonna tell you right now that yes, Klima is a higher risk project just because it is so new. Like I said, it's only been around since October 2021, and Klima is basically kind of like a duplication of Ohm or Olympus on Ethereum, which quite a lot of people are happy with last I checked, except with Klima, it is on Polygon. So buying Klima, staking Klima, things like that costs little to no gas fees. That being said, if you're interested in staking and learning how to do that, use the timestamps that I have in the description to go to that part. Because right now we're just going through some facts that you might not know about. Now, here's the thing you might want to know about. And the thing is that Mark Cuban is secretly invested into Klima DAO. Well, not secretly, it's out there, but people just aren't looking at the right things. Now, a lot of people might not like Mark Cuban, but the guy is not dumb because he is a billionaire. And if you go to markcubancompanies.com and go to all companies, you'll actually find that Klima DAO is one of the companies that he's invested in. And just to show you guys that I am not lying, here is Klima and here's part of Mark Cuban companies. You can actually look at all his companies by going to our companies, and you can just basically do a find here, find Klima, and there it is. So Klima DAO is one of the companies that he's investing in. There's a little short splurge here, but you can actually get more about what Klima does with my last video that I did on Klima. So you check that out, my last video in the description below. So we all know from my last video that Klima is basically a carbon-backed currency. What that means is it allows companies to price in the cost of carbon to their economic activity, which companies rarely do right now. And in essence, what this will actually do is hold companies environmentally responsible. And I just have this feeling that Washington, D.C. will actually be very big on this because right now, Joe Biden is all about that green initiative. And it literally says right here in the last paragraph, public interest and activism in climate issues is at an all-time high. DeFi markets are beginning to mature and a voluntary carbon market are entering a period of price discovery. We're confident that now is the time for us to launch Klima DAO, pull on the levers available to us, and be a real disruptive force for change. So we know Mark Cuban is a billionaire. He didn't get there by being stupid. He's probably investing into the right things, and if he's investing into Klima DAO, I think that's something that we should probably look at. So with that said, we're over here at the battalion, and what I want to show you is literally the correlation between climate change and natural disasters. Yeah, you learn everything in this channel. But what I want to show you is that in 1884, we could see how cool the Earth was. But in 2019, we could see how much warmer it became. So basically from 2000 to 2019, there's been 7,348 major natural disasters around the world. According to a new UN report, rising temperatures and climate changes are behind the staggering rise in extreme weather events, which killed 1.23 million people and resulted in 2.97 trillion in global economic losses over the last 20 years, the report concluded. So this makes sense because there's logic behind it. Well, what's the logic? Because with global warming, the Earth gets warmer. What happens is that the polar ice caps get melted, which results in higher sea levels. And because we have higher sea levels and a more warm Earth, I don't even know if that's a word, a warmer Earth, you'll have warmer oceans, which results in stronger and more powerful hurricanes, which we have seen lately. And you can basically see this from ResearchGate. I mean, the change here has been exponential throughout the decades from 1970 to 2010. We could see that there has been way more floods and way more storms. And this makes sense because with a warming Earth and rising sea levels, that means that we're definitely going to see more floods and storms with that combination. Like, seriously, guys, I feel like you clicked on this video to learn how to stake Klima, and what you're getting is freaking science class. It's literally, I feel like Walter White, and you could be Jesse Pinkman, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna make some money. That's what we're gonna do. So if y'all are easily triggered, then you can skip this part because I am pretty sure this part is gonna trigger some people, but we live in a very woke generation. And I think that is a fact because more people are concerned about climate change, equality, gender pronouns, and all that jazz, more so than their own finances, than the money that will put food on their table. And that just boggles my mind. But it is what it is because while people are lobbying the government to do more for climate change, while at the same time asking the government to give them more free money, we, on the other hand, can take advantage of that. Because what money does is money flows and concentrates at the top of the pyramid. And at the top are where the business owners and investors are. And if you're an investor in Klima, that's probably where the money will flow. And what you might not know, or you might know, is that President Biden is pushing much stronger climate policies with much higher price tags. Before his election, he promised to spend $2 trillion over 4 years on climate policies, equivalent to $1,500 per person per year. And Biden's current promise, 100% carbon emission reduction by 2050, will be even more phenomenally expensive. So let's hope that President Biden gets another 4 years so we could just grow our bags of Klima and, just get that bag and get out of here. All right, so with that said, let's get into some staking, shall we? Alright guys, so I just thought that I would go and do some staking of Klima because I finally got Klima. Like, I've been trying to get Klima like crazy because the price right now is really good. It's around 556, so it's in the lows right now, and you could see that I swapped from USDC to Klima. One thing that was a catch me for me is that if you're doing this, if you're trading from USDC to Klima, make sure your slippage tolerance is at least 1%. If you go with the normal 0.05 or 0.5%, then chances are that swap is gonna fail and you're just gonna waste gas like that. So make sure your slippage tolerance is 1% if you're gonna do the swap on Sushi Swap, which is pretty much the only place to get that right now because all the trading pairs are on Sushi. But let's go back to the staking here and figure out how to stake this thing. So let's go to the app. So we're in the DApp right now, and you can see the APY is 38,000, which is insane. But we'll just go max. Well, first of all, let's actually go and try to connect our account first. So you can see in my assets here, I have 1 Klima, so not that much, but we're just gonna connect anyways. All right, so I have connected the wallet. So there is the little connect or disconnect wallet there. You just click max for the max amount of Klima that you want to stake. And what you're going to do is you're just going to click approve. MetaMask comes up and you're on Polygon. So this is going to be cheap. So just click confirm. All right. So we get the confirmation of the transaction and the success. So after you've approved, you should see this stake button. You haven't really actually staked anything until this stake says what you've staked. You have a balance of 1.006 as I have here, or whatever you have. And then next you want to do is click stake to open up MetaMask again. And then you click confirm. So it's a 2-step process. So what I like about this is we're not having to look at gas fees like ETH does, which is insane, but Polygon is pretty affordable. So this is nice. All right, we have a transaction confirmed. We could see that we've staked 1.006 S Klima. If we want to unstake, then we can go here, amount to unstake, and then just click approve and go through the whole dance again. I'm not going to do that. If you want to do that, go ahead. It's just the same as staking, but in reverse order. So we're going to take advantage of this APY of 38,000% with an ROI of 8.51% every 5 days. So we'll see how the rebase goes. This is completely new to me, but if you go look at MetaMask, if you're new to staking, you see that your Klima right now is 0 because they're all staked, so that's why your balance is 0. But Klima is pretty good. It's only been around for like 2 months since the time of this filming. Right now it's like December 7th, and it's been out since like October 18 or something. So it is really nice, and if you want to get into it, then please go ahead and do so. I mean, this probably is not going to last forever, so get in early while you still can, right? So to give you some insight, this has been 8 days later, and you could see that here is the change from my stake. I went from 0.006 to 0.1441. So basically, here's the difference. I made passively 0.1381 Klima. So that right now is, I have no idea how much that is right now. So going on CoinGecko over here at Klima DAO, I think the difference was 0.1381. So made 52 bucks over the last 8 days, which is not bad at all. And notice that right now for Klima, we are at an all-time low. So 52 bucks, an all-time low of 378 bucks. I'm definitely gonna get more. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. So like I said, Klima is a very new project, so that means that it is higher risk. But you know, the potential for Klima is so high that I'm willing to risk it, because one of the sayings that I really adopted is scared money doesn't make money. So if you look at things from that perspective, then maybe you'll consider it. But anyways, you got to do your own research, do your own due diligence, and before you get into anything risky like cryptocurrencies or anything like Klima. But other than that, if you've enjoyed this video, if you learned something, then please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, check out these other videos on cryptocurrencies and passive income, and I'll see you next time. Peace!